Hey beautiful, it's me Jasmine Erdell. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a first impression of the new Kim Kardashian KKW Classic Blossom eyeshadow palette. I picked this up because it looked really pretty online. I loved the promo pics for it and I just really wanted it. So I picked it up and I wanted to show you guys what it looked like. This is the outer box right here. I will do close up so it looks better, you know. And this is the inside of the palette. So you are getting 10 shades for $45, I believe it retailed for. So each shade in this palette is a little bit under $5, which I think is pretty decently priced. So I'm just gonna swatch the shadows on my arm and then I'm gonna show you guys the swatches. Ooh, this is chalky. I will say the shimmers in this palette, it's lit. So I did already apply some concealer to my eyelids, so we're just gonna get started with eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go in with Hanami first and I'm gonna apply this in my crease using a blending brush and just start applying that right in my crease. This look is gonna be like a nice fall vampy look. I think that's what I'm gonna go with today. Okay, I'm trying to just blend this in. It's not the easiest eyeshadow to blend, but it is blending. So I was able to blend out the color and it did blend out really nicely, but it does take a little bit more, I feel like, effort, and it's a little bit harder to work with. So next I'm going to take the shade Cherry and I'm going to apply this all over my eyelid. And I'm also going to kind of drag it up a little bit like this. I'm just going to add some spray to it, so that way I can get a little bit more pigments. Ooh, this is, yes, this is what we want. This is what we want. Yes. Okay, Kiki. Do you love me? So for my lower lash line, I'm going to use the shade called Season. I'm going to take a short brush like this one and I'm going to just buff that in to my waterline. Hamani on here and I'm gonna just buff that together. I'm also gonna take ColourPop's Brouhaha. It's just a very dark brown pencil, so just add a little bit more definition. So for the inner corner of my eye, I'm going to take the shade Samurai and add that right in here. This is a pretty color. I actually like this color a lot. This is a very pretty color. So for highlight, I am using the Gerard Cosmetics Dorothy Star Powder. And this is what it looks like. This is my first time using it on my face. I swatched it and I really like it. Oh my, this is really nice. Ooh, I'm feeling this color. Okay. So for my lips, I'm going to use this lip pencil from Gerard Cosmetics, also in the color Night Shift. And then I'm going to use this lipstick in the color Cherry Cordial. Now that I have played around with the palette, I do think that the shimmer shades are super gorgeous, especially with the setting spray. They just lay so beautifully. The matte shades, I do feel like need a little bit of work when it comes to blending. They're very tightly packed in my opinion. They're not very flexible, so you do have to really get the blending in. Your wrist will be hurting, you know, just kidding, but they do take a little bit more work to blend out, but I was able to get a really nice blend with them, so I'm not complaining. The pigment is there once you build up the shadows. At first I was a little bit concerned because I wasn't sure how much pigment I was going to get, because it seemed like there was no pigment at first, but once I kept building the shadow, there definitely was a lot of pigment. As you can see on my eyes, there's a lot of pigment in these shadows, and it's just a matter of building up that pigment. So that is basically it for my thoughts. So do you really need this palette in your life? Maybe if you are a Kim Kardashian fan and you really like the palette, maybe you might need it in your life. If you are a lighter skin tone, I think you would get a lot more use out of these 4 shades right here, and having this will be a really nice fall palette for both neutral and dark smoky looks. But if you're a deeper skin tone, half of the palette, like not half, but these 4 shades are pretty useless. I mean, you can kind of use them, but they're not as useful as the rest of the palette to use. So I don't know, it's kind of like a 50-50 for me, because with most palettes there's a lot of shades I don't use anyway. So that's basically it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.